I got this phone in like 8th grade. So you know, I was a baby.
I got
It was like my second. Shit.
I got my first phone in 4th grade.
Don't know. There's one break from there.
I'm not gonna break it.
It's like a Nokia.
Nokia's so much worse than stuff. They don't break. They're so much worse. And they're so much worse. Oh my god. My stepdad hated that my sister was taking so long in the bathroom. He's like, so long. He bought a little Nokia phone. Really? And then he was like, next time you take 2 hours in the shower, I'm taking your phone, I'm calling the company, switching it to this Nokia phone, you're gonna use it for a week. It's horrible.
Here's a second part. The strings chord.
It's gonna be like a it's gonna be
Checking it off now.
Remains shattering whether one shot it or sees the film. Equally haunting is John Williams' theme for the film, which was recorded on the original soundtrack by H. Perlman. The soundtrack won an Oscar for Mr. Williams at the 1994 Academy Awards. Soloists Austin Wang and Alan Lee are accompanied by the Thousand Towers Chamber Strings.
Song they're doing the PowerPoint on the studio.
again from Steven Spielberg's epic 1993 cinematic drama Schindler's List, the true story of Oskar Schindler, who saved the lives of approximately 1,000 Jews by employing them in Nazi factories, remains shattering, whether one reads about it in a book or sees Spielberg's film. Equally haunting is John Williams' theme from the film, which was recorded on the original soundtrack by Itzhak Perlman. The soundtrack won an Oscar for Mr. Williams at the 1994 Academy Awards. Soloists Austin Wang and Alan Lee are accompanied by the Townsend Harris Chamber Strings.
So long. Even for you.
Oh, she had this was the right.
That's what we did.
No, I took it off.
Spirited Away, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, won Best Animated Feature at the 2003 Academy Awards, and is equally listed as one of the must-see animated films. Orchestra, The Game of Life, composed by Joe Hisaishi, Miyazaki's longtime collaborator. The talented Harris Symphonic Orchestra performs the music themes to accompany a short reel from the film. Orchestra is an orchestral medley of three energetic Russian folk melodies, Minka, Meadowland, and Kotobushka, seamlessly weaved together by arranger Carrie Lane Rizal. I bless you, and you bless me too. Vocalist Rachel Perez will perform The Blessing by David Downs and Brenda Graham of Celtic Woman as parting words to Townsend Harris High School graduating class of 2015.
Pablo de Sarasate wrote an arrangement for violin and orchestra of the opera Carmen, composed by French composer Georges Bizet. Bizet based Habanera, the name identifies a dance supposedly originated in Havana, Cuba, on what he thought to be a folk song. It was actually written by Heredia, a Spanish composer. In the opening scene, Bizet has a gypsy Carmen on break from her job at the cigarette factory, singing to taunt the soldier Don Jose, just arrived from his guard duty.
It sets the stage for the story of a good soldier driven by mad desire. Soloist Austin Wang is accompanied by the Thompson Harris Symphonic Orchestra.
The Prince of Egypt was DreamWorks Animation's first and only traditionally animated film to win Academy Awards. One award was for When You Believe by Stephen Schwartz, which in 1999 was named Best Original Song. The movie told the biblical story of Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt. The song's lyrics express the hope of Miriam and Zipporah, sung while they were traveling towards the Red Sea and ultimately the Promised Land. That when you believe, there can be miracles. Vocalists Rachel Perez, Jamie Rosen, and V. Tolentino, accompanied by the Townsend Harris Symphonic Orchestra, will perform When You Believe, arranged by Audrey Snyder and John Moss.
Test.
Many nights we prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will when you believe. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proved in vain, hope seems like the summer birds too swiftly blown away. Yet now I'm standing here with hearts so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd say. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail,
all for coming to our spring concert. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope to see you all again soon.
We would like to give a special thanks to the Humanities Department, Dr. Sato, and Mr. Lee for making this happen.
Also, as first-time MCs, we appreciate you bearing with us through the highs and lows of our performance. And we hope you have a great night and a safe trip home.